So we've got 20 minutes to build this deck, so let's go ahead and figure out what we're going to do for this VIP tournament here. So first things first, I'm going to go ahead and turn off the commons and the uncommons and look at my promos and my rares and my legendaries and all that stuff. So we've got Martyr is a pretty good rare to have for removal, especially if I can build some sort of token type of a deck. Shark is, I just can't see myself hardly ever. It would be very difficult for me to play this guy in any format. I think you'd need like some sort of constant so you could spend all your resources every turn, and that unfortunately doesn't end up being something we have. This guy's, yeah, not that great. Tribal Warfare, yeah. So our Ruby, these are basically 3 junk rares right off the bat there. Look at the opposing champion's hand. Revealed troop, put it in your hand. Choose a revealed troop and put it into your hand. So I can steal a troop from my opponent, but I don't get to change its shards, so I can't really use it, so that seems pretty useless. And then Nature's Resolve. So all of our rares except for Martyr are pretty bad here. So let's look at our uncommons and maybe our uncommons, where we might have to build basically a deck based on our uncommons more than our rares. So right off the bat, Blood-Soaked Brawler is not that bad. It's a pretty good orc type of deck, but 2 Deep Gaze Disciples that are pretty amazing for the shift deck, so that's already looking pretty good. Rotted Corpse, Rotted Knight is pretty good in the if we socket him with Swift Strike, he can be pretty good for us. I've seen people do that, or you could give him Lifelink, but probably Swift Strike. Lullabies, it's not that great. So it's looking a lot like some sort of diamond something shift. Scorch is okay, Veteran Raider is okay. I'm not really seeing a lot that I want to do in Wild here. Okay, so far, like, our best card out of our comms and uncommons from my standpoint is these 2 Deep Gaze Disciples, which are going to buff our whole field when we do that, and that actually will make it useful for us to play like Veteran Raider and that sort of thing. So it looks like Ruby, Diamond Shift. Also the Sandstone Rumbler is also really good because we can give him like where he can't be blocked except for by Ruby troops, and that seems pretty good. Yes, you get random cards. You get 6 packs worth of random cards for this specific one because this is a sealed deck tournament where we'll be playing 4 rounds. So let's look at some of our commons here. See if some of our commons are maybe push us into a different direction. Not really seeing a lot there. I'm seeing a lot of nice stuff in the Ruby shift deck, though. Spirit Eagle's not bad. Vampiric Kiss is okay, but I don't think it's enough to make me want to play Blood. Spirit-Bound Spy is, of course, pretty good. Boomsmith is pretty amazing. This guy is what you need if you're going to play the deck that we're thinking about playing, the shift. We want 1 to 2 of these guys because he just gets that damage through that we really need to finish out with. Swordplate's not bad. Staggering Blast is pretty good. It's nice to have at least 1 of these. 2 of these is pretty good, too, because that can help us push damage or sweep our opponent's field if we have to, especially versus the some of the decks that are out there. Suffocate is okay. If I'm looking at Sapphire, like, I want a lot of Cripple, and I only have 1, and I want the one where I can exhaust a troop and it just keeps exhausting and putting spiders in my opponent's deck, and I don't think I have that one either, so that doesn't look that great. In Wild, Predator Prey, yeah, we have basically our best wild card is probably this Night Sky Stargazer, and Hempseed Dry is okay. This guy's pretty good because he's removal, because we can play him in response. And then we've got Rotroot Enchanter is actually really good, but I don't know that I want to play Wild. Rotroot Enchanter, that guy and that guy, that's pretty good, but I don't know that I want to play that over Ruby. I feel like Ruby Diamond Shift is really what we want to play. Of course, we could play something else instead. We could play Diamond, because this is the guy that we play Revert Target Troop You Control. We could try to play some sort of Diamond Wild deck as well, but I don't have a lot of other ramp cards, and I wish I had the tree where I can sacrifice him. I think I like Ruby better, just because you just have more things to shift with. Like, there's really nothing in here that I can shift with. Yeah, so I think we're going to go with the typical Ruby Wild archetype here. Turn everything back on. We'll go ahead and turn off everything but Ruby. I'm sorry, Ruby Diamond is what I meant. So we'll go ahead and play the Martyr. in here just as a one of. It should be okay because it can put us in board states where we basically can, like, if we have the win on board, if we can get rid of one of our little guys and then turn our entire board state into something really big, which is pretty cool. I wish we had some better removal in Ruby, but we don't, unfortunately. I don't see myself playing this guy. Our top end's probably going to be this guy. And the best thing we can throw on here is, it can't be blocked except for by artifact troops or troops that share a shard with it. That's going to be the best thing we can do. We'll go ahead and throw at least one staggering shot in there. Blast, rather. Sword play is pretty good. Spirit Eagle's pretty good. What's this guy? Play, transfer target troop and grab into a phantom, put it into play. Yeah, that guy is also really good at getting me value. Maybe one regalia. Maybe one of those. Veteran Raider, create a Scarless Raider, put it into play. Yeah, that's definitely good. And then I have the other. Let's see, what else do we have here? Scorch is okay. I don't know that I want to play Scorch though. Smoke Signals. Smoke Signals is a nice little trick. Like, they attack in and your troop gets more defense and you can unexhaust them and then block your opponent's stuff. That seems pretty good. Sunseer's okay. I don't know if I want to play him though. Maybe revert target troop. Yeah, that's okay. It's not amazing. Oh yeah, this guy. Rage 1 speed. Yeah, this guy's actually really good too. As a nice top end finisher. Probably go and just play both the staggering blasts, honestly, with the deck that we've got. I'll probably go ahead and play Scorch too as well. I don't like playing it in this deck, but I think. Oh, congratulations on starting the game. I don't think I want Mecha Filk Ape. We'll play a Sunseer or two of those. I mean, life gain can be pretty good in this type of a deck. And lunge +2 is to strike this turn. Actually, this guy's really good. Yeah, I like lunge. Puts us right at 23 right there. I think that might be the deck, honestly. We could play with these creepy conspirators, but it's like, yeah, it's just kind of late, and they don't really do very much by themselves. Like, our late game 5-drops are this guy, which is pretty ridiculous. If we have 7 resources, we can make him into a 6-4 with Crush, or 6-5 with Crush, which seems pretty relevant. And then this guy, which Rage 1 speed, I mean, he comes in, he swings for 5. That's pretty ridiculous. And we can do things like throw the Death Mass Assailant's ability on him. So I get the, yeah, I got that. I thought there was another. Boomsmith, of course, deals damage. Looking for, not Tribal Warfare, but the one where it puts in 2 Scarless Raiders. I thought I had a card that did that. Apparently I don't. Apparently it was that other guy. That's what it probably was. It was probably, I thought this was the 2 Scarless Raiders, so that's, this guy just gives me 1. But I can do a 1-shot and then pull another one back. But yeah, I think this is going to be our deck here today. So a lot of this is probably going to depend on how often we see our Death Mask Assailant. Let's look at what our curve looks like here. So we've got just the 1/1 here. 2, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2 drops. So that's respectable. 1, 2, 3, 4, 3 drops. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 4 drops. That's kind of heavy in the 4-drop range. I kind of wonder what I should pull in there, if I should pull anything. And then 5s and 6s. I kind of want to pull a card here, because this feels like 17 shards may not be good enough. I may need an 18th shard here. I feel like I'm running kind of a high curve with the way the deck is. I hate Windows 8. It just does these random things. And then it makes noise. It screws up my broadcast. That's nice. Maybe I do want to Scorch in here. I mean, it should be mostly okay. I think I pull Lunge. I think Lunge is one of those that it's good, it's a trick. I feel like Smoke Signals is maybe a little bit better. Let's go ahead and count up our shards here. So we'll go by shard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I'm counting up the icons. So that's 15 diamond icons, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 ruby icons to 15. So that's good because we have a diamond champion. So we'll go with a probably a 9. Probably a 9-8 split is probably, I think, what we're going to do. Something like that. Or I guess 10. Do I want 18 shards in here? I think I need 18 shards in here. I do. It's going to make me flood a little bit, and there's not a lot of card draw, which makes me a little bit wary. But I think we'll be okay. I think we'll be fine. This format's not that fast anyways. Alright, round 1. Versus Strook. Strook or Streak. One of those two. We get the coin flip, we're going to want to go first. We're going to want to be aggressive with this deck. Yep. And this is fine. Diamond, diamond, diamond. We kind of need a ruby, but that's fine. Keep hand. We got plays for a little while. Battles, give him a HF. And pass the turn over to him. Try to save our clock as much as possible. You never know. Looks like he is in ruby and diamond, but he's going more. He's probably playing more of the some other cards. Some of the that's real specific. He's probably playing the ones where, like, when he puts them in the graveyard, he can pull them back and they won't lose anything. So next turn, it looks like we've got Forge Regalia. Oh boy. Well, that's a nice rare. I'm not even sure what he pulled with it, but if he got removal, that's definitely good for him. So we're definitely swinging in on the black belt because it can probably kill me next turn anyways. This is basic action speed, I believe. Yeah. I really need to see some ruby here. I don't know why he wouldn't have picked Ovo in this type of a deck, because he can, like, get value, crazy value off his Highlands black belt. Just saying. You know? I guess I should have played that Root Forge Regalia in second main phase, but yeah, we'll see if he actually uses his removal on the Sunseer. I don't think that he should, but he might. If he does, that'll leave some other things clear. Yeah, that's also really good uncommon for that deck. Yep, take 2. Yeah, I'm not surprised he didn't do that. Take 2. Really need to see some ruby shards or possibly that life drain troop. Taking plenty of time on his turns. Ooh, we got Spirit Eagle. That's kind of nice. I think I'm just gonna swing in, and then we'll play. So you can make this block, but it's kind of not a great block for him to make. You can swing back for 4, and I'll play Stalwart to for the blocksies. Swing with a 5/5 Steadfast seems pretty good next turn. I kind of want him to use his removal on the Stalwart instead of the Spirit Eagle because it has more evasion. Spear Bound Spy. That's good. Spirit Eagle skewers that guy. Yep. It's looking pretty good for him. 5. Exhaust my dude. Not that that matters. So I guess I play a Spirit Eagle to block his Spirit Eagle. Yeah, now I'm on the defense. He could have put Swift Strike on one of his guys. If he puts Swift Strike on his Eagle, that's kind of really bad for me. Death Mass doesn't do anything here. We just did not draw. We are not drawing what we need to happen here, so the only thing I can really do is try to save my clock here as much as possible, but it's not looking good for us. That guy's life drain. No, he used his 2-point removal with. Yep, that's looking pretty bad for us. Block the oh, he's gonna exhaust my guy, so I don't even get a block here. 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, looking pretty bad. Let's probably throw the Scorch in here. It's almost like I don't even have Ruby Shards in the deck. Not that that would matter at this point in the game. Like the only thing I could do really is if I can take care of this Spirit Eagle, I can get back in the game sort of, but it's not looking good. I could flip over to Wild, but my Wild pool I don't think is strong enough to matter here. I don't think it's worth it. I think I just stick with what I've got. Yeah, giving up a lot of time. Not too much though. He's not giving up. He takes a lot of time on his turns, but it's not too bad. Like if he gets down below 10 minutes, that's kind of helpful. But I mean, if game 2 goes like game 1, then there's not going to be a lot that I'll be able to do anyways. So. My Spirit Bound Spy. Just basically pass the turn. That's all I've got. Again, it's not a big deal like when your opponent takes a lot of time. I don't get too annoyed with it because he's running out his own clock here. There's no reason for me to swing in here. I'm on the defense. If I could have gotten like an early Death Mask or something, that might have been helpful. Although he seems to have plenty of removal that I wish I had. Sometimes people will do that too, like where they'll be like, see, opposing chance. Okay. Yeah, well, that's pretty much game. Yeah, there's nothing I can do now. He just did enough damage. I can't stop his flyer, so that's 4 damage. Why it takes so long, man? If I've got a good side in for this at all right now. I feel like my pool is a lot worse than his. Mostly. Scorch, I guess. Maybe lunge. That should be it. Just play a Scorch and go down 1 diamond shard, I think. Yeah. See what happens. See if I can get a better better hand here. We're going to play first. It's like, at least we can play cards here. So turn 1 Death Seer, turn 2 Death Seer, turn 3 we'll play a Death Mask, because I know he has so much removal in there that I kind of want to play the Death Mask second. I really want him to use his removal on the Sunseer. Actually, I'll probably throw out Root Forge Regalia before I play Death Mask, just in case. Just to see if I can get that removal, get him to throw that removal at my Sunseer. But we saw in the last game he's playing pretty smart, so I don't think he's just going to throw removal at Sunseer. Yeah, that's not good. So swing in, second main phase we'll play Root Forge Regalia. Actually, I'll probably play Deep Gaze Disciple and then play Death Mask to buff Deep Gaze Disciple is probably what I'll do. The following turn. That seems like the best line to play because he needs a very specific piece of removal to deal with Deep Gaze Disciple. That skewer is much better for me that he uses that against the Sunseer. He's just trying to get the damage in. He's trying to race me. Because the skewer does the 3 to my face if he gets that, you know, the X1 troops. When he kills X1 troops, he gets to deal an additional 3 damage to my face, so I'm perfectly fine with that play. Again, taking a lot of time on his turns. It's pretty much done. There's nothing else he can do here. Again, sometimes I'll see people do this online before your combat step. Like, they'll try to get you to skip past your combat step by waiting, and then they'll be like, okay, now go. And then, like, you'll be, you know, click happy. So you just gotta relax. Take your time. You know, take a look at your stuff before you start just using it. So if he attacks, I'm just going to take the 2 this time, because I really don't want to lose Deep Gaze Disciple here to a bad, like, if he, like, buffs his guy or something, because he does have plenty of buffs, and he's got Swift Strike. Oh, Duke! That's not good. That's not good for me at all. Wow, it's really nice to... Yeah, that's pretty nice. Well, I guess now I could block his guy, but... So we're taking 3 from the Duke copy. Wow, that's pretty annoying to see. Sometimes that's just how it goes in Sealed, though. You have a bad pool, and you play against people that have ridiculously better pools than you. Who has a life drain? This guy. That might work out, maybe. So I'm gonna do this. Throw his shift power on that guy to buff my field. Pass the turn. He's playing guys in his first main phase. Ah, you serious right now? Take 8? Gosh. That's rough. That is ridiculously annoying. I really needed just... Yeah, I don't even know what I needed. I needed to be able to deal with this board state, and I don't know that I have anything that really can help here. Ah, crap. I undid the play mistake there. Oh, well. That's what I'm not paying attention. I was supposed to do the death mask, then buff this guy and have bigger guys, and now I don't, so I lose. So there's a really bad play mistake there. Whatever, it's over. That's frustrating. Because that thing's going to deal 1 damage to me next turn anyways. So I can't stop this. And I can't get the life drain from Sandstone Rumbler going quickly enough. So that's our round 1. Super frustrating. I don't think it would have mattered, even if I would have played that properly, that last part properly. I knew he was basically going to finish. That's a ridiculous pool that guy has.